Good morning. Good morning, traders. Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Discord family. Good morning. Good job. Nice. 7% is a good way to start. Give me 1 second. I'm prepping our chart for today. Good morning. So SPY is up already. Good morning. Bear with me, okay? I'm just prepping my chart for you guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I can't find my black hat. I'm trying to be different, right? All the men. So I try to be the pink one in the Discord because it's me and all the men, the crown traders, and I'm the only woman in there. So I'm like, you know what? Let's be more prominent. Let's be more colorful. Human race power. Okay. Oh, I don't know about that. I think pretty much everybody's patient, isn't it? It's just a technique. Yeah. Yeah. It's just different technique. And also, um, because you guys are in Zoom, so it doesn't really lag. I don't know how far we're gonna go. Oh yeah, what's the result? Tom, what's the result for the CPI? Is this, hold on, I'll check it out. Um, oh, you're welcome, guys. Come on, this is all for you. Oh, come on. Thank you, guys. Thank you for at least allowing me to be part of your trading journey. Such an honor. Good morning. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. Good morning. We're gonna have to wait until because in the 5 minutes we are way overbought. Way overbought. So on SPY. But let's take a look at QBTX and RKLX. Oh, hold on. Give me 1 second. It's already did. Let's see. It's okay. There's always a pullback. Always a pullback. Yes.
MU also had a great earnings or
Yeah, they
positive
crushed it, right?
earnings. Yeah, yeah.
I'm glad. That's one of my customers.
What?
What I'm mad about is I had them at $89 at one point.
Mm,
RKLX is
nice.
actually bullish, so could still push a little bit. Let's take a look at this real quick. It needs to pull back. Needs to pull back. We're gonna have to watch this climb up to $32, and let's see where it goes from there. It needs to pull back. Yep, we got that $32 in there.
You mainly do RKLX with shares, right?
Yeah, we do shares in RKLX, okay? So if we remain about that $31, we're good for RKLX, but right now it's just way overbought, way overbought. So we need to wait. If we surpasses that $31, could get to 36. So 31 to 30 31 to 33, that's the Q, all the way to $36. So that's the goal for that, okay? But let's see first, it might need to do a pullback. Yep, see that $33, we have that 200 MAs, okay? So we really need to, but there's more room to test that $33. So right now it's just 31. It's gonna shoot up on that $33, and then we're gonna see price action. We're gonna see price action on that. Not unless it's very strong momentum, and then it's gonna test this $36. So that's the goal for RKLX. Yeah, so we right now if we could be able to trade the W pattern. So the real, yeah, the real resistance lies all the way to 40 to 41. But we got that $36, 35.99. If we surpasses this blue level, okay, what are we trading right now? We are trading a double top or a W pattern. We have this is pretty bullish. We are creating a candle traded above the 50 MA, which is good. So we really need to remain above that $31. At least 30.53 is the last line of defense, okay? RKLX, they will fluctuate and they will give you a wick. It will whipsaw us. The shorter time, the larger time frame on the 2 hours, it's slightly bullish. Slightly bullish. We are above 50. The full confirmation of this trade, if it doesn't give us a full confirmation, it's going to be ended up not a scalp, it's going to be a swing. But we are trading on the W pattern. This is the neckline, okay? This is the neckline. From 32 to 33 is the neckline. Full confirmation is above 50. But an early entry is currently, this is a good entry, by the way. Pretty good, but I just don't want to I don't want to get caught. And then we ended up getting rejected and retest at $28 again. Okay, so we need to be careful. We need to be careful. It's still bearish on the larger time frame. It's still bearish. It's trying, but it's still bearish. Okay, 50. Okay, it's okay. We're currently right here. Yep. We're gonna have yeah, it's that 35, 36 is gonna be a little bit of a hurdle. Okay. I don't know what's gonna give to us, but let's see. This looks good. So that's our game plan. If it pulls back to 30, maybe good, all the way to 29. Hopefully it doesn't test at 28 because I don't want to fall at 28. If it falls 28, then we're going to end up seeing that 26. So the goal is to remain above $30. For QBTX, we don't want to get too excited and then it bite us in the butt. QBTX right now, $32 is a good confirmation to enter. $32. We could see if it fluctuates, but we gotta have to watch our 30 minutes on QBTX. We cannot use that 5 to 10. We can, but look at the 5 minutes. Doesn't have much candle. See? Doesn't have much candle. So we have that $32, 32.54 surpasses that. Currently right now it's giving us a little bit of a bearish divergence. We could have a bearish divergence if there's no confirmation for a breakdown of that divergence. Still just a divergence. Yeah, so currently it's okay. So let's wait for above 32.54. $32, 32.24, 32.64. Yeah, 32. Yeah, it's 32.64. At least above that, remain above that in the 10 minutes, then we are good to go for the for QBTX. This is an early entry. That resistance for this, well, the first one, we're gonna have a little bit of a hurdle, is always half of this candle. So you're looking around that 33 and $34 is a little bit of a hurdle. Why is that? It's because half of this candle, this is also a big candle right here. We have an elephant bar in here, and which is pretty much aligned with the half of this candle. But if it surpasses and we have momentum going on, it could reach to $37. A full confirmation to move up is about 39, 38, this 200 EMAs. And then we have, again, what is that? A W pattern. So that W pattern after 38, 39, we got $42. We have a gapping up all the way to 45. Leg two will be $47. So that's the goal for QBTX. Don't get too excited yet. It's just starting. Nothing confirmed. It's just starting. Full confirmation, $32.64. Okay, but we want to remain above $32. We may need to take profit. Let's see what the market will tell us, because that $34 to 35 is a little bit of a hurdle. But full confirmation is right there. Okay, you see that green line surpasses that, then there's no more hurdle. It could move freely. Then it's gonna stop on that $42. We have a gap on that 42 to 45. For SPY, needs to it needs to pull back. We are way overbought in here. If you guys buy and trade this up, you have to make sure you exit out the resistance, okay? Because this thing needs to pull back. If we remain above here, it's not going to be able to move higher. So it has to be above 676, 64. Let me see. You enter this trade, you have to make sure you have a specific target, take profit target, because we are way overbought, way overbought. You have that 678. If it surpasses, you got that 681. That's the goal. But we could watch that later. We could do shares first, because I know we've been doing options, and I mean, it's kind of hard to trade shares right now because everything is just dumping. So it's pretty much just a swing and to hold it until next week. And we have to trade what the market gives us, right? What the market offers to us. So far, we cannot buy 100 shares of SPY, so I might as well do options. And to those beginners, start slow. We're pretty slow here, you know, we're pretty patient. So start with a call, and you do buy to open, and then call, and then your expiration. If you're going for a call, you could either do in the money. Let's say this is 677. You could do 676 as your strike price, and then two ways. Since it's too early, you could do today, but I prefer tomorrow. For a put, it's, let's say right now it's 677 and it's going to come to 676. So you want to be about 678, at least $1, trying to be in the money so that your theta will not be eating your premium so far. So we need to be careful with SPY. SPY is telling us a possible pullback, okay? A possible pullback. Where's our VWAP?
Good
Possible
morning, Miss
pullback.
Mary.
Good morning, Michael.
How we doing? Thought I'd say
We are
hello.
great, 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 great. Are you gonna go live today too?
Yeah, I'm getting ready to. I just thought I'd pop in and see what you're looking at.
Thank you. Thank you. We
What's
do
up, Money
shares
Mike?
and Mike, shares, possible shares in QBTX and RKLX and their SPY, because you know everybody does options. So we're trying to give an opportunity to people who doesn't do options.
What's up, brother Mike?
Is it cold in there?
Yeah, it's cold. It's
Oh,
30 degrees where I'm
oh my God. It's too cold. I cannot live in the cold. I went to DC.
raised mania.
Too
What's
What's up?
cold.
up?
What's up? What's up?
Oh, it's always nice that Michael comes to our Zoom because I cannot come to his. His is just the eCam. It's hard to pop in. So you're always more than welcome to come here, Mike, if you want to join us.
Hey,
But I know
so
you do live trading every day.
That's my
Michael,
first time
Mike,
peeking over here.
uh,
Michael's a proud daddy. His protege got promoted.
I saw that this morning. Big,
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
Mr.
big guppy.
Guppy.
Yes, 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 yes.
All smiles. All
Yeah.
smiles.
Guppy is amazing. He's incredible. So we gave
Hey,
him this a little thread,
yeah,
to help the
I love it.
community. Yeah.
Hey, I love you guys. Have a good one, okay?
We love you,
Here,
Michael.
Mike.
Have a great day.
Hey, Ms. Murray, I got a question for you real quick.
Sure.
Mentioned earlier you mentioned something about a W pattern.
Yes.
So how do you figure out which one uh, is the stronger? Because you have a triple top or a double bottom
Are you talking about the
and making the
QTF?
W.
Oh, okay. Let's start with the RKLX is already forming the
Yeah.
W here. So let's go ahead and do this. Let me clean it up for you guys. It's a little bit messy. You can see it, right? It's pretty prominent, right? So this is
Yeah.
our neckline. A full
Mm-hmm.
confirmation of that neckline. Trade reaction here, because why? It's the half of this candle. This is a very big candle. We will react there before it climbs. So this is your take profit level 1. This is for a possible swing, okay? It could, if it give it to us for scalping, that will be great. But for scalping, our goal is at least $2 to $3, right?
Okay.
And then this is your take profit number 2, and this is the top of the leg 2. Right there. So you got plans, right?
Yes.
Okay, here, and
That's
then
a
the next
strategy, okay? That's a
is just
strategy. So what about if it goes south? What is your exit strategy? So you got to know. So what is your take? Let's say you want to exit out, Mary, it goes south. Well, me, as long as it remains above 28.27, I'll DCA down. I DCA my RKLX or QB2X. I never sell it for a loss. I know sometimes it was one time I got humble, I got overconfidence, and I ended up
Uh,
50%. I remember that time.
we were down for a while at one
Yeah,
time, weren't we?
but I hold on to it and I always take profit. I don't sell it for a loss, but I don't want you guys to be like that if that's not your strategy, because he's gonna hold on your cash. He's gonna hold up to your cash. So as long as it remains on this level, that will be a still W, but it's gonna give you a possible triple bottom. Still okay.
You know, it's great there. You said so. Previous day low is 27.57, which is right where you're marking. That's perfect.
Mm-hmm. So
Yep.
that's the goal for that. But you don't want to fall below here. You don't want to fall below here because it could continue to fall down and test that $23 again. Okay, so make sure you have plans. Oh.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And the same thing with QBTX. QBTX has been done. It's been down for quite some time. We have 9 minutes. Let's talk about that real quick. So QBTX right now is similar scenario with RKLX. The only thing with QBTX is actually RKLX do move a lot, just like QBTX. So, but the RKLX is more than halfway through the W. This is it's pretty prominent too. Can you guys see the W?
Yeah, but it's got a long way to go to reach that neckline.
Exactly. So we have this, and we are halfway through here. So what are we doing is we just trading this level before reaching the neckline all the way here. Our full confirmation of that neckline will be here, but we don't ignore the wick. That's why I extended our neckline all the way here, right? But if we're going to trade above $33, at least $32.64 above here, these are our take profit level. We got $2 extra here, another $2 here, another $2, right? And sometimes it gives us that $6. Sometimes it gives us that $6. But what are we doing? We are scalping. You know, what does that mean? Small profit that stacked together, right? That's what scalping is. So, but if you're going to swing QBTX, you have to wait and make sure you have the full confirmation to the upside before getting to the level of resistance.
Mary, I love this, Mary. So if you guys use previous day highs and lows on your chart, she's literally drawing lines. I'm looking at my chart and watching her draw lines, and it's within pennies of previous day highs, lows, everything, every single time.
Yeah, and so that's why don't get mad at me if I owe you guys a couple of cents.
Nope. So I mean, if you struggle sometimes with drawing lines, actually, I think we're going to do it Sunday night, right? We're going to go over some indicators Sunday night, Mary, on TradingView.
Yeah, you're the boss for that. You're the man, so you gotta
Yeah,
teach me.
yeah. And
Wise.
there's some indicators I'll show you how to set up on here that are market for you, the previous days, previous pre-markets, all that stuff.
That will be awesome, Tom.
Yep.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
join us this Sunday. We're gonna have a Sunday class. This is are we using this AI code, Tom? Is that what we class about on Sunday?
What's that?
Is our class is about the AI? Remember that indicator AI and all the code? Is that what we're
Yep,
gonna
yep,
learn about? The
yep.
code? That all you're gonna do, guys, is just apply this code so that your AI will help you trade. I don't use AI to trade. I read my candles. But for a full confirmation, or at least for a novice, they will help you at least provide the pre-morning market, the what else, because Tom is the one that's going to be in charge in that
Yeah,
Sunday class.
it'll give you previous day high, previous day low, pre-market highs, lows. It'll give you EMA trends. It'll actually put your three major EMAs, 920s and 50s on there. Yeah, so we'll go over that. There's a couple other ones that we can go over, some indicators that you guys might find helpful.
Yeah, so that'll be
Uh,
fun.
can I ask something, Tom and Mary? Is this on TradingView, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Sunday at what, 9 o'clock or
No, Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern
7?
time.
Okay.
Yeah.
7
So
p.m. Okay.
um
Thank you very much.
yeah, you guys could watch us in YouTube. This is going to be live in YouTube. Everything that we do in a Sunday class and pre-morning huddle is actually YouTube. I'm thinking of doing something for my YouTube subscribers. So I'll keep you guys posted.
Great. You don't even have
Thank you.
your EMAs on here right now, do you?
No, we're gonna do
Which is
shares soon.
crazy, because again, watching you, looking at my charts, you drew lines at, like I said, pre-market highs, previous day highs. You did the 200 almost spot on without even looking at it.
Yeah. Well, everything is based upon candlesticks. That's like I said,
Yep.
all these are just based on candlesticks. It's just easier if you put it in here because, it helps you, it guides you when you start trading, right?
Yep.
But candlesticks is powerful. All these indicators are lagging. They're lagging, If all these indicators are so amazing, we will all be rich,
Yeah, we
right?
just sit there and trade indicators.
Yeah. So But we use indicator as a tool, right? Those are indicators. But if we know how to read candles, it tells us stories. And then you combine it with your EMAs and your RSI, it's pretty powerful, guys. It's pretty powerful. So learn to read candlesticks. What are the things? We have 5 minutes, so let me talk real quick. What are the things that I want you guys to learn is patterns. The most famous patterns that we have is what? Tweezer bottom, tweezer top. What is the second one? We have inverse head and shoulder. Learn those things. Then we have head and shoulder. We have a W pattern, which is bullish. We have the M pattern, which is bearish. We have what else? We have the consolidation triangle. We have the wedge. We have the falling wedge. We have the rising wedge. We need to learn the descending channel or the bullish or bearish flag. Okay. Another one that's famous, ascending channel, descending channel, things like that. Those are very important. If you just find out all these patterns, it will help you for what? Most of the time, it's swing trading. Swing tradings, we follow patterns. And sometimes we do, not sometimes, most of the time, we use it in conjunction with what? With your support level and your resistance. Oh, those are aligned, and let's say this is a key level of resistance. Obviously, that will be your first take profit, but break out of that, that confirms your trade. And how do you know how far could it go? Measure the pole, put this pole and put it on the bottom of the flag, and it'll tell you a possible estimate to take profit. Okay, same thing with the inverse head and shoulder. Measure the depth of that inverse head and shoulder, put that pole or depth, and then put it right there. It's an estimate. It's an estimate where to take profit. Those are very important. Even if you don't know much of the candlesticks, but if you prioritize learning patterns, it will definitely assist you with that. It will assist you and make you a better trader. And very simple to learn. We have 3 minutes. Simple to learn. Rejections, those are price actions, right? Rejections, just most of the time, what are those? Are wicks. Wicks. Those are rejections. Those are rejections to the upside, rejections to the downside. And what are these EMAs? 200 is very powerful EMAs. As long as you're below 200 EMAs, you ain't going nowhere. You are not going anywhere. 200 MAs serves like this. It's my analogy of 200 MA is like it always pulls those candles towards it. But if you're above 50, the 50 gives you an acceleration where you could move freely, but it doesn't matter how far the candles go. Somehow, that 50 misses its candle and it wants to touch it again. Okay, so if you're above 50 is bullish, the candles could move freely, but you cannot go up too much because somehow you gotta go touch and go back and touch the 50 MAs. Another technique, if you are above 50, we have 1 minute. If you are above 50 right here and your 200 is right there, your first resistance always at 200. You need to wait for a golden cross, a confirmation to move higher. It doesn't matter. This thing could go up. Well, I think it's going to go up. It's going to go up. You're still below 200 and your 50 is below 200. This candle is not going to go higher. It could go up, but to very limited resistance. It could only go higher. As long as you finish and as long as you see a golden cross, that's the only way these candles could move up freely. That's why if we're trading below 200, or even slightly above right here, and then your 50 is right here, we need to take profit at the level of the resistance because we anticipate a limited take profit level because we are still bearish. Does that make sense? Okay, market opens. Let's start this. So Tom watch RKLX, I watch QBTX.
Yep.
RKLX is ready to pop up. I mean QBTX.
What is the entry for RKLX and QBTX?
At least 32.65. It's climbing up now. This is very quick, okay? Just $2 will be happy today because QBTX has been so bearish. It's just a market sentiment ripple effect. So QBTX is up. He wants to touch that 36.35, but we just want $2. So far, so good. It really wants to touch that $36. It wants to touch that $36, but we don't want to get greedy. We just want $2, okay? This is scalping of shares.
RKLX is ripping.
I give you guys an entry in RKLX, did I? Let me go. Okay, let me go watch RKLX real quick. Yep. See? Okay.
You want your pullback.
Surpasses above this could be a possible entry. We prefer to be above 33. Remember 33? This is a 200 here. We don't want to fall below $31 or at least $30. We don't want to fall below that. This is a possible entry for RKLX as long as we remain above these two lines here. So we don't want to trade. I don't want to be DCA this down, fall below 27 something, okay? We don't want to fall below 27 something, 27, $60. So we need to be careful first. It needs to pull back. It's going to pull back. And when they pull back, it hurts. When they pull back, it hurts. Why? Because they pull back like $2, $3. QBTX, we're fine.
Actually, I closed the RKLX from 2 days ago just now.
Hopefully it gives us a bullish move. Once it pulls back, it's gonna pull back maybe on that 32 to 29. So we need to be careful because, and then you need to be patient too with QBTX. On the 30 minutes, what they do is they pull back really bad, like $2, $3, sometimes $4, sometimes pre-morning support. And then they will rip again. But right now, QBTX is a bit bearish. If you have patience, it really wants to touch that $36.
You
That's
said
a dollar.
33 on RKLX,
Hi,
right?
Miss Mary. Are we already in RKLX?
Yeah, it's supposed to be in at 33.60. Remember we said 30 above 33.68 or 33.65 is our entry. Above, I'm sorry, it's not 33. Is it 32.64 I said? Yep. Above 30. Yep.
32.60, yeah.
That's right. Thank you. It was about 32.64 is our entry. Above that, we saw it. So
I got in 32.93.
that's good. That's good. So take profit. If this pulls back, better make sure you have a trading stop loss because why you want to have guaranteed profit, okay? Or you're going to have to write it down and it's going to fluctuate. QBTX pulls back and they do wick. And so far, it's not wicking like instantly because normally they give you a whipsaw like this one here. You see when the market opens here, you just whipsaw. So far, it's like slowly moving up. So that's a good sign for QBTX. Hold on to QBTX. Let me go take a look at the RKLX. RKLX, this is our buy signal right here.
Yep.
Remember that, my buy signal. We need to remain here. RKLX, we need to be a little bit faster too because it's going to whipsaw us. And the 200 is right above here on the 30, which I don't like. So you need to make sure you have a trailing stop loss. This is scalping, guys. But a full confirmation using 30 minutes for QBTX to get to that $36 is a close above this 200. Above, meaning you want the candle to be above the red line. Okay, let's go to QBTX. QBTX pulls back. When you guys in profit, please make sure you have a trailing stop loss. Why? Because it will pull back. It will pull back to our original buy signal. If you buy 1,000 shares or 500 shares, $1 is 500 bucks. If you buy 100, $1 is 100 bucks. So currently you are really literally $1 up. We actually made more than $1 here because it's 34.25. But it could go higher. We need to be careful because we started off with overbought. We started off with overbought, which we don't want to be in the overbought. But we trade what the market gives us. The top resistance really your first take profit really wants to get to 36, by the way. He wants to push. He wants to push. MACD, RSI. We need to be careful with he really wants to get to 36. He was like, come home, baby, come home.
Mm.
Yep, he really wants to get to 36. But it's not up to us. Our RSI on the daily is still not having a bullish crossover. If you see a bullish crossover on the daily, that could confirm to move higher. Right now it's too early. We are above 44. It's still below. So full confirmation of that trade is when we have a bullish crossover. Yes, we're still bearish. I prefer to be above 60, but again, you got to trade what the market gives us. This is about $2 for you guys. See, it's going to pull back to our original buy signal. We started off both of them, RKLX and QBTX. We started off on the oversold. So that's why we could only take that $2 at least because of this oversold. If we are not in the, not oversold, overbought. If we are not in the overbought and we're like at least on the 60s, then we could definitely fly higher. But right now it's just way overbought. Now it's going back to our original buy signal. You need to be patient with those. If you're scalping this, we need to get at least $2. I'm happy with $2 when I trade it. QBTX is going back to our original buy signal again. 32.65. It went up to 34.25, a little bit slightly to $1.80, I think, or 50 cents. Watch QBTX and RKLX. Let me go take a look at SPY real quick. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. The white lines is our buy signal.
Miss Mary, should we buy QBTX now or will we?
You could do QBTX. Just remember, have a stop loss, okay? Because this is, again, our buy signal. This is the buy signal. We need to remain above this 200 MAs. It could fluctuate here and back to the pre-morning support. That's why I said we just need a little bit of $2 because of that overbought. Keep making mistakes. Or you could wait until we get a green one because this is a pullback. Same thing here. So we're going back to our original buy signal.
So I hate to ask, but I am a newbie. I did a call for RKLX. Was I supposed to do a put? Are we looking for $2 down?
We're
Because
trading
I'm like,
shares. We're trading shares, not options on it.
You should have.
okay, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. You should have taken profit.
I'll just do the best I can.
No worries.
Thank you.
QBTX and RKLX, if you got call, remember you only make, this is almost $1.50. That's a lot for a call. You only make money when it's going up, remember. So when it's that approaching to that $2, get out. That's even $1 or 50 cents for a call is pretty a lot. So that $2, Julia, you would have made more money than the shares, because other will just buy 100 shares. And if you buy calls, but be careful, Julia, with RKLX and QBTX. They don't have much volume.
Okay.
Okay, so pay attention to your volume.
Okay, that's my bad. Thank you.
Pay attention to your
SPY
volume.
looks like it's flushing.
Huh?
SPY looks like it's flushing.
Flushing down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put a call up for when it went up, sold it, put a put down, and it's from my Fibonacci levels that I drew. It looks like it's going between the 618 to the 0.5. When I did the retracement, it's bouncing between those two levels.
It's gonna get to that 675.19, and if not, the current 675.55 is your support. Falls below that, you got 677.518.
Yeah.
It wants to go down. So we need to be careful with our QBTX. So right now you gotta take profit. If you see one, let me just take a look at your.
Puts are expensive for the SPY right now, though.
But we anticipated SPY to pull back because I told you guys too, it's overbought. So we need to wait for a pullback. You could ride that put down for a SPY all the way to that 675.18, which could extend it to 67424 for your SPY put.
QBTX looks like it might be lining up for a re-entry.
Yeah.
Yeah, bounce off that. It's holding that pre-market high.
Bounce off everything. Yep. Pre-market high, VWAP 9.
SPY put is confirmed for a shorter time frame that it wants to come down. So, but be careful because it could just a pullback after a massive rally during a pre-morning market. So if he holds above 656.55, then it's still confirmed for a call. But right now, it needs to pull back. It is pulling back. So we don't know when is it gonna stop though. But it wants to recover. Let's see. Don't know. It's a little bit of mixed bias.
There it goes.
QBTX wants to pull back again to that $32.
Yeah.
Wants to pull back. We want that daily. You gotta watch your daily, okay? That 40, the bullish crossover on the RSI that confirms the move to the upside for a possible swing. So if we cannot see that, QBTX is not gonna get to that $36 that it wants to reach. What is the fastest way to get into options out of
I was just
options?
reading that one. So you're using TradingView to trade. You got it linked to your brokerage, David?
You have to go to your brokerage. You cannot trade on the trading view.
Yeah. I mean, you can link it, but I don't know how quick it is if this just seems like it'd be another layer.
I think mine, it's pretty quick. It does have probably a second or two delay, but it's pretty quick. And
Yeah.
the nice thing about TradingView is just like Webull or Turbo Trader, you can actually set your profit and stop losses on the chart. That's why I use it.
Yeah, that is a good feature.
Yeah, because I use Tasty and Schwab, and those are for scalping. They're horrible.
Edwin, yes, we do have that coaching class on Saturday. If you did not get the link yet, I'll forward it to you. I will respond to all my emails for the Saturday class for trading options. Inquire Tom, and then I'll go ahead and we'll open that. Once again, when you guys buying calls in QBTX, they are lacking of volume. Right now, it's lack of volume. They don't have much volume in QBTX. So it's going to be hard to sell QBTX or RKLX if you're doing options.
To be honest with you, any of these leverage ETFs, when you do options, it's sometimes hard to get rid of it.
Yeah, and the spreads are horrible on it too.
Yep. I found that
Big
out on
SPY.
You're going to pay a good amount to get in, and then when you want to get out, all your profits are going to be gone because you're not going to get that fill.
Yep. I did it one time on AMDL and it crushed me. Yep.
Yeah.
I couldn't get out.
Yeah.
Got lost on it.
But we can sell them at market, even though we probably get a little bit less than what we want. But if it's difficultly selling, we can do market order. Is that right, Miss Mary and Tom?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can do a market order. You're going to take a lot less. Yeah.
A lot less.
Right.
Yeah.
But at least you get it will be sold. Yeah.
The problem is, say you have a dollar spread in there, you're going to get filled for, that dollar all the way at the bottom there. So that's going to kill all your profits, where you're going to end up in a loss.
Yep.
That's the problem. When you look at open interest on any of those options charts, you want to see a minimum of at least 250. That way, and the bid spread, like if you look at SPY or the Qs, the bid spread are within a couple of cents. When they're 50 cents or more, those really aren't anything that you want to be getting into.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Yep. You got to watch your open interest. You got to watch your spreads. Yep. Tom's spot on.
Yep.
What was the SPY level?
SPY level for your support is 675.18.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. That's your take profit level there. It's just retesting that 676.62, retesting of your VWAP. QBTX, what's going on? It's thinking, where is it going? RKLX is the same thing.
I'm sorry, Miss Mary. I just came back. You said we're in spy puts?
Somebody was asking me about SPY puts, and I told them yes, they could enter that SPY puts and they could exit out. On your first take profit is at 6.7. Now it's 26. It's actually 6.718. I prefer.
Okay,
So do we want to
6.718?
do we want to enter at 676 then, where it's at right now?
That is not a full confirmation. You were just trying to ride that when it was falling, so it was an aggressive
it.
entry. It was an aggressive entry. But for QBTX, just like I said, it does all this all the time. It pulls back. We may need to DCA this down here if you want to. That is all up to you. You could either wait for a recovery. It normally does do a recovery, but a full confirmation lies on that $36. It wants to touch that $36. On the shorter time frame, we started off with an overbought. That's why we need to pull back. As long as we're above that $30, we are okay. We are okay. So you may need to DCA this, just like I said, and then wait until later in the afternoon, and it normally recovers. But if it doesn't recover, be ready to DCA, or you have to learn to cut loss. I trade this all the time. Tom trade this all the time. Tom, what can you say about QB2X if it pulls back?
Oh, I say about both of those, RKLX and QBTX. Like RKLX, I took 2 days ago, and I just got out this morning with 4% profit. Right? Sometimes you just got to be patient with them. They have big swings, back and forth.
They do.
Are you guys in any QBTX shares right now that you're stuck in?
Tom, your voice actually is lagging. There's a lot of like noise. I don't know, is it your background or it's something that I cannot hear you clearly?
Is that better Mary or not?
That's better. Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's just at the distance that I am from the computer. Are either of you guys in any QBTX shares that are down? Because I know they had, we had support levels up around 40 and 38, which I'm in a bunch of shares up around there, and I haven't dollar cost averaged anymore because I'm waiting to, kind of see where a bottom is, where a reversal is, as opposed to, dumping more money into this.
Yeah, there's a W pattern double bottom on QBTX. The top resistance on the current chart is $36. Surpasses that $36, here comes your $38. A full confirmation of a trade of that double bottom lies on that $38. If we remain above at least $38 to $39, that confirms your trade to the upside, which could get you to $42 to $45. That's the goal for there. There is a mini gap from 42 to 45. And the first goal is to be out of $39 and remain above $39 to test your 42 and then 45.
You had said that you were going to dollar cost average in 38 also. Have you been dollar cost averaging in down here as well, or?
I did it before. I'm happy when every time I get $2 or at least close to $2 from my QBTX. Just like I said earlier, when we were scalping, I said that we are way overbought. We're gonna have a limited resistance in here. I'll be happy with $2. So I normally do take $2, at least that's close to $2. I'm okay with that because I'm in green. If I hold this and I'm not in profit and I want to get to that $2, I will DCA this down to $28.
Yeah, okay. Is that what because I know a few days ago or a week ago, you guys were talking when it was up around that 38.40. Did you have shares back there that you were holding long term, or you got out of all that?
I DCA that down and then I sold it. I DCA that down and I sold it for profit.
Okay.
Yep. You
Very
cannot.
stupid question. When you say DCA, we are not selling, we're just holding, right?
You hold it and you wait for
Wait for it. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. But the thing is, you don't want it to fall too much. You get it? You don't want to hold it all the way to $26 because, and then it's gonna be, and then you're gonna be like, okay, $26 is gonna get to 24. Okay, then I'll wait there. What happens to QBTX when it drops at $28? It normally tries to test back that 31. So the goal is to hold on to those people who are in put. You guys should be out already because this is a possible retest of the pre-morning resistance. Break out of that confirms your morning resistance, breaking on your morning resistance. Right now it's breaking the pre-morning resistance. So going back with QBTX, you don't want it to fall, like let's say our buying range here is between 31, 32 to 28. We don't want to fall below that 27 some change because it's going to get to 26, it's going to get to 24, all the way to $21. If you don't DCA this sooner and get out sooner, you're going to be stuck with this. You're going to be stuck with this and you're going to have to DCA down this all the way to 21. So you don't want to wait for it to fall more and then wait, when is it going to recover? No, QBTX it has its own different world like Tesla. This thing pulls back. It could pulls back 10, 20, 50% of your shares and it is going to go back again next week or 2 weeks. But you don't want to hold on to your cash. That is for SPY, it's recovering, not fully confirmed to the upside. That's an early signal to go up for your SPY. And so you should be out of your little scalp for puts, which is not, just like I said, it's not fully confirmed. SPY is recovering. That is an early signal to go up.
So jump over to RKLX.
Everything is recovering. We started off overbought. Pretty much SPY started with overbought. That's early signal for SPY for a call, okay? Early signal, not fully confirmed yet. We could watch it. Are you guys okay if I change my screen to SPY?
Yep, I'm watching it.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Go
So
for it.
for QBTX, just
Yes.
$26 stop loss, and so if it DCS down to 26, then I'm out.
Okay, so anybody watch a QBT? That's an early for SPY, okay? Very early for SPY. You could get to the resistance is here. Early, your resistance lies here. This is your this is your morning support, resistance. Morning, I'm making a lot of mistakes today. Morning resistance right here. When you first pull back, that is your morning resistance. You want to surpasses your morning resistance to create a new higher high. You're going to have a little bit of a hurdle on that 67853. You could either take profit or wait until we get to the top level on the green. Early signal, not fully confirmed yet. It's not fully aligned. Early signal. We're waiting for 5 MAs to cross over the bullish crossover. We're waiting for a bullish crossover in the RSI. That's an early signal.
Can you say again what the DCA means? That means to stay in and scale down, or it means to get out?
DCA means dollar cost average. You gotta have to stay to your trade, and then DCA down, you have to dollar cost average and buy more shares if QBTX went to $28.
Got it.
Others don't have the funds or the guts or the patience to do that, so you guys need to do a stop loss if needed. Okay.
Makes sense. Thank you.
And when you're DCing, you're not DCing as it's dropping, right? You want to find it, trying to catch a reversal.
Yeah.
There goes SPY.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I'm in on SPY. I took the 2 contracts for the call.
Yeah. I'm waiting for SPY full confirmation. That's an early signal, but it could ride up, waiting for this confirmation to go higher. Everything is aligned except for that 5 minutes.
Mary or Tom, I'm a little new. Do you have a video on the DCA on your strategy?
I don't have. I could make some.
one way to dollar cost average, I'll share with you guys that I kind of do is, I don't know if you ever watched or ever looked at Professor Solomon's page, how he marks out support levels, and then he'll dollar cost average in on those support levels. And right now with like QBTX, you kind of want to wait, like Tom was saying, for a reversal. So if you were to see like it hit one of those support levels and you had a strong volume node on that day, that's a good indication that there's a level to DCA in it. You don't want to just blindly DCA. You want to be able to mark out, zoom out from a weekly perspective, then a daily, then a 4 hour, 1 hour, and mark out real strong support levels. And those are where you want to watch the dollar cost average into.
Great, thank you.
Tom, go watch SPY. I'm gonna explain to you guys what is a DCA.
Yep, I'm watching
Okay?
SPY.
So here's the DCA level that I was trying to tell you guys. When I say DCA, I'm trading with a possible W pattern with a double top. Agreed? So if my trade goes south and it retested all the way to that 28, at least $28, I'm willing to DCA all the way to $28 and then wait for a possible recovery. Hopefully it will not fall here. Otherwise, we're going to lose more money. And then other people will say, Mary, what if I lose money? It's part of trading. You got to know your risk management. But my strategy is I have $31 to $28 as my DCA level. I'm okay to buy on this level because my goal is to exit out either $2 or that $36 that the market wants to give me. That's how I do DCAing down. So you DCA at the level of support where it makes sense. This makes sense to DCA, but it falls below that. We know it's going to get to 26 all the way to that $21. And I don't want to be DCAing down all the way to 26 because the possibility of going down to 21. It's not a practical thing to do. Why? Because it means if I buy 31 and then it's $10, one of my shares will be $10 down. All right, let's go back to SPY.
It's SPY's trying to hold that pre-market high.
That's why we're waiting for this to confirm. That's like I said, that's an early confirmation. But it's okay. Volume is okay. We ignore this 2-3 volume. Respecting that 200 MAs, we're fine.
You got less than a minute to close on this candle.
It wants to go high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that?
Can we add more?
Wait for the candle.
Just wait for that.
Yep. Little indecision.
He just doesn't want to give us this crossover. That will confirm our trade to the upside. Volume is picking up though. Volume is picking up. This is the highest peak of the volume. So this is a breakout. It's okay. What it does is we create a nice volume here. Actually, it's this volume, sorry. This volume is A-okay. We're just really waiting for the crossover on that 5 minutes. It just doesn't want to give it to us.
Hey, anyone knows the Bank of Japan news? Like, did they do it or?
I'm sorry?
Tonight at 10 p.m.
Okay.
So we did not win the lottery? That sucks.
He was asking about Bank of Japan interest hike.
Huh?
Bank of Japan interest hike for yen carry trade.
Hold on.
I still looks pretty good.
Yeah. Still, we're just waiting. A
Yep.
crossover.
Yep.
It could give us a fake out. What it's doing is we had a breakout, retesting here.
You guys, if you're on TradingView, the only reason Mary has 14 indicators is it's a paid version. The free version only gives you like 2. Somebody asked me that yesterday.
These are just because I teach and they ask me
Yep.
the indicators, so I have to explain it to them. So I have them. I
Yep.
don't
No,
use
I'm
them
just
most of
saying
the
you
time.
can't get all of those when if you're doing a free version.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
true.
Yes, Mary, I have a question. So I know I'm pretty new at this, and my question is for your class on Saturday for scalping. Is that something that I could take right now, or just wait until I do the beginners class first and then go back to scalping?
I prefer you
I just,
to.
I just want to understand the progression here because, right now I'm all over the place and it's hard for me to understand all this stuff, right? So,
Yep. I really want you to start with a beginner's class so that I could explain to you
okay,
the trading view to set up your trading view and then explain to you the most
okay.
basic, let's say your resistance and support. I want you to be expert. I want you to be expert on that first. And then the scalping part is actually scalping is it's hard because it's mentally, but if we just follow our directions, I think we should be a-okay, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Okay, but start with beginners, right?
Start with
And
beginners for you
yeah,
because
sure.
if I
Okay.
explain to you how to scalp and you're gonna be like, what is that? How did you get that? Where did you get that? How is that coming from? You know, so
Hmm.
you prefer
Yeah.
to be
Okay.
aligned
Yeah, I
with
really
everything.
appreciate your input. Thank you very much. And thank you, Tom, as well, for your support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we still on the call?
Yeah, that was an early call. Just like I said, we're just waiting for a crossover on that. It did not give it to us, so we gotta have to be careful because it's gonna pull back and retest. Retest here is telling us already that that could be a fake out. It could retest your VWAP again. That's the first time that it actually breaks out above your morning market. But just like I said, this is just a possible pullback all the way here on the 30 minutes. This is your resistance, a support, resistance here, a breakout. So it could just be just a possible support, let's see, a possible
Mm.
pullback. So we said it's an early entry. It's not fully confirmed yet because I'm waiting for a crossover on the 5 minutes and it did not give it to us right here when it was just waiting. That's why we wait for it for a full confirmation. Aggressive entry here, but you could still stay on your call. It's still not put yet, but if we fall below this, then that's a cue for a put. We have a possible, what is this? A variation of an evening star pattern. And this is your 200 MAs in here. So it's really trying to say, hey, that's the farthest you could go. Let's see. Let's see if we push a little bit more on one volume.
Were you on the 5 minute chart when you said you 200 MA? Because your 200 MA and my 200 MA are way off then. Oh, this is your 200 MA on the 5 minute. Okay, all right, good. You must have a different chart up. Okay.
2, 3.
NVIDIA and AMD are coming down, so it might pull SPY with it.
Let's see.
Yeah.
We are trading inside that big candle here.
QBTX really dumped.
Where? Yeah, it's heading towards that pre-market low.
All that green right before market open, gone.
Yeah, just like I said, we just really want that small profit. It will recover.
I think the market's really waiting for that yen carry trade to be announced.
Mary, I know you talked about dollar cost averaging down on QBTX. Would you still wait for the $28 range?
Actually, I will start buying it now. I'll start buying it now. But if you want to wait that 29.32, then you can.
Now,
But
Mary, you
remember,
say you're not willing to DCA any lower than that 28.
yeah, I don't want to DCA down all the way to 28.
But now, I know, I just want to make sure, right? Because we'd be talking about like a longer term hold or scalping. Are you talking about a longer term hold or are you talking about scalping? Because before you had said that you normally don't let QBTX go for a loss.
Never.
So say you were in at like 30, 36, right? And then you DCA down to 28, but you're still in a loss. Are you cutting that or are you just gonna let that be until it gets back over, you know, that 36 or 38 for it to be profitable?
Okay, so the goal for DCA is, let's say you buy this at $31, right? And then my buy signal is $31 to $28 range, right? So since I'm DCAing this down, I don't have to wait for that 36 bucks to take profit. So
No,
if I buy
I
at
know. I'm
31
saying,
all the way to $28, maybe my average will be about 30 bucks. If I made all the to that 32 bucks and I got $2, I'm happy with it. I'll wait because a full confirmation of that W pattern lies on that 33 bucks. If it recovers, then that's when I will enter again. I don't want to hold this and wait for my 36 resistance or take profit level and say, although I DCA, what's the purpose of you DCA? Now, your purpose of DCA is at least you could take profit earlier instead of you waiting to that 36. Does that make sense?
yeah, I guess I misspoke as to what I was basically asking.
Yeah.
So I'll just say you get in at 32, right? And it drops. You say I'm going to DCA in on this until 28, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're in at 32, then you get back in at 28, and it drops below to that 20 to that 26. Are you now cutting that, or are
No,
you? Or
I don't cut. I'm just telling you. At some point I was 50% down, like literally. So I just put in a doghouse, just like Ertz says, and I'll wait for it until it recovers. And then if I see it is actually on the level of support or the key support, I will add more. At the key level of the support, like of the very bottom, I'll add more and then I'll get out. If I'm happy with the $2, because QBTX, if you've been trading this, QBTX always recovers. Well, at least it does for me. Even if I'm down 50%, you just have to be patient. But the only consequences on this is it's going to hold on to your money. If you don't have the cash to DCA this, then there's no purpose for you to DCA because you prefer to trade other things.
right.
Right?
So I wanted to make sure I was understanding your process in regards to that. That's what I was asking. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. And you don't really hold QBTX long term.
Right.
I usually just do scalping and swing. And when you can swing, the longest I've hold QBTX for a loss is about 2-3 weeks. I think 4 weeks if the last one, but no more than that. Honestly, it doesn't really. So but you don't want to hold on to your cash and DCA this if you don't have the money. But if you have the money for it, then why not, right? But this is not a long-term hold. SPY is telling us it did not give us a confirmation to go up right here. And this is what we were waiting. That's why I said early confirmation is for aggressive entry because it did not. It only gives us 10 and 15. But right now it's falling, but it's not like really falling, but it wants to come down now. Impossible retesting that the original 67519. We got a double top here. This is a bullish candle. Let's see if it's going to fluctuate from here to here. QBTX recovers, but it did give us $1.50 or $1.80. So that's why you do have a trailing stop loss, guys. Trailing stop loss, what is the purpose of that? Tom does trailing stop loss.
Yep, it saved me a lot of times. Sometimes it'll cut me early, but I'd rather be cut early than overstay.
Mm-hmm. So this is not a trend. You guys agree this is not a trend? What are we doing here? Yeah, we're consolidating. But we're okay so far. We're fine. After this big rally, you have a pullback on the half of that candle, and hopefully it's gonna break out. We're just pinned between 200 and a 50 MA, so we're gonna see where's that direction. It's gonna give us a trend somehow. One day it's, I mean, not one day, any moment in time it's gonna break out. Hopefully we just don't get a consolidation here. But right now it's giving us an early, not even early because it's not really early either, because you're pinned down from your 200.
Miss Murray, you think it's trying to go down and fill like gap?
Miss May,
No, no,
when
no,
you
no,
do a
please.
trailing stop,
Gap.
what's the
Take a look at the
percentage
gap
you
in there.
get? You guys put it on.
Let me see, where's the gap in that, Danny?
From this morning's gap up.
On SPY? Where's
Yeah, everything gapped up this morning, right?
Yeah, it's around 672 area, Miss Mary. Pre-market.
where's the gap? What
On the 5 minute, there's a little gap there.
Oh, right here?
Around, yeah,
You
672.
cannot trade that. That's very little. 673, 673,
Yeah.
673. 15 cents if you want to, but it will fill up if we fall below that. It will fill up quickly. Upward gap that I prefer if it's like 50 cents to 75 cents or $1, that's a beautiful gap. Then that's the way you trade it. But this one, if it falls here, anticipate to drop that.
Mary, what are you trading? Are you trading with the 5200 and the VIA? The four, I'm
No,
seeing four now.
you're just waiting for a full confirmation to enter that. Just really waiting for the VWAP to fall. But we just have a lot of hurdles in here. Confirmation. You see this, it recovers, your RSI recovers on halfway through. So we actually creating a higher low, higher low, higher low here. So there's no trade yet. There's really no trade yet. This is like early telling you, hey, we're gonna come down and retest this level. That's too early, okay? That's early.
Tom, you mentioned you do trailing stops. Do you use a specific percentage usually, or?
You could do
I don't.
2 to
I
5%.
do a dollar. I like the dollar amount. It gives me a little more control because the percentage, the minimum, like I know an E-Trade is like, it is, where is it? Percentage on E-Trade is like almost a full point. So if you're in profit, especially if you're doing like you're just trying to grab, a couple of dollars. So if you set that as a percentage, that may just wipe out your entire profit.
We're going up and
So I'll do like 10, 15 cents.
lost so much. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And then and that's for like something like QBTX, RKLX. If you're doing something that's more expensive, right, you're gonna have a bigger number on there. And I just look at the number and I say, hey, what am I satisfied with getting out of this, right? Am I good with if it drops and I miss out on $30, but I get 150, I'm fine with that. I'd really like to see SPY fill up this tweezer bottom here, Mary, on the 10-minute.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She goes.
There's no trade yet. See, you cannot go to the upside. Mary, can you trade this? It's really hard to trade this 3 candles here because you're right on the resistance, you're right on the support, and you're right on the VWAP. So there's a lot of hurdles in there. There's no guarantee that that's gonna touch. Really, no guarantee. Watch the SPY. I'll take a look at QBTX. QBTX,
When
this
you
is the
do
key
a,
support.
trailing stop loss, what's the percentage you guys put it on?
Okay, stop loss is very subjective, okay? I could tell you my stop loss and you may not like it. In options, I have 30 to 50% stop loss. Others were like, oh my goodness, that's too high. That's my risk tolerance. I don't know, what is your risk tolerance?
No, I'm talking about the trailing stop loss.
Trailing stop loss is when you're in profit, right? Tom does $1. Tom, what is your trailing stop loss?
Yeah, it's $1, right? It's 0.10, so it's really $1, right? Because you're factoring out. So I do a trailing stop loss. When I get up to like 3.5%, I set it. I do trailing stop loss dollar and I do 0.10. So, and I look at it and go, like I said, if I'm up and I'm up $150, but it comes down, it hits that trailing stop loss, comes down, and I miss out on $25, $30 and I collect 120, I'm fine with that. Right, rather than that thing come all the way down and now you're down at like 1%, 2%. And again, sometimes it'll kick you early, right? Sometimes it'll flash down, you get kicked, you collect your money, and then that thing continues to go up, but you've got to live with that, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
Same mistake again.
And then the other thing too is it allows you to walk away and go do other things, right? If you know you're gonna trailing stop loss in profit, then you're good to go. Right? You can go focus on other things. You don't have to sit here like we're doing now, just watching stuff.
Yeah, right. That's what I want. Thank you.
Yep.
It's Mary. I think I see a W, possibly W on the 5 minute on the SPY.
Yeah,
Yeah,
W.
On
you could
RSI.
be. Yep.
It is.
On the
So-
RSI, definitely coming. Yeah, forming.
That's
Let's
a
see if it
strength.
pushes up here.
It's not full confirmed.
No.
Also, a big engulfing candle, right?
Yep.
Yep. If you look at it, if you look at the MACD, there's a W forming too, right? All these things start aligning. That's when somebody asked me last night about, oh, do you use fib and discard everything else? You can't. You've got to use more than one confirmation. And that's why somebody asked on the chat, am I still on my call? Yep, I'm still on my call. Now I'm back in the green. Why? Because it never broke down enough to get out.
Yep. That's early, not confirm. Early, again, early confirm. Confirm. We don't have volume. I'm waiting for a confirmation. So if we see a confirmation above here, this is supposed to be our take profit level here, but it did not give us a full confirmation. It wanted to go higher here, but it did not. So bullish, possible bullish, but that's a pretty big candle.
78.63 need a breakthrough.
So let's see. That's an early entry, okay? Not confirmed. It might give us another fake out because look at this.
Look at your 3-minute chart. Look at that beautiful W.
Still not confirmed.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so your RSI is giving you confirmation for call. That's call confirmation, but we have a full confirmation wait. It reaches above here. That's gonna be our first take profit level on that, the one that you guys entered earlier. That's supposed to be 5% up already.
Yep, I'm at
6%
6.
up already. So that's your cue to enter. You only get out when it's going up. If it pulls back, you're gonna be screwed. But full confirmation for that, for a call, if you guys want to hold on to it, I'm waiting. It's not full confirmed yet. Your 5 minutes already give you a say, yes, it is confirmed. Your 10 minutes is not fully confirmed. My son, I gotta go pick up my son in school. I'm already up 11% for that. If you guys are up, if you guys hold on to that, you guys should be up 12%. I'm waiting. This is a full confirmation to the upside right here. So those people who are conservative for a crossover, confirm. This is a first take profit on the early entry. This is your first take profit.
What is the number, Miss Mary? Sorry, I can't see. 678?
67896, which is already did.
So Miss Mary is a 679 is the entry for confirmation, no?
Yeah.
And for the
You
people
finishing
who
that
took it
candle.
early, they can take the profit on this.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Let's see. Let's finish. You're gonna have to wait to finish this candle for you to enter that trade, because you want to finish this candle and then enter here.
And then what will be the exit?
Right here.
The next one. Okay, thank you.
Volume's picking up. I gotta go pick up my son in school. Not fully confirmed. It's just giving you your first take profit level. 10 minutes is confirmed.
Yeah, I got out on this little pullback. I got 7%, but I was early.
It's fine. Early is okay. He's still fine. It wants to push higher, but you are now top of resistance.
Are we confirming for calls?
Yes, that calls confirms. That's a confirmed
Maybe on a
calls.
different note, I paid for the class, and I think you sent me an email for Saturday class. I also sent you an email that I cannot make it on Saturdays. Is there anything you can do on weekdays?
I mean, it means I have to make a special weekdays for you. But let me see if I could be able to squeeze you in on the weekdays.
I'm okay to pay a little extra if it's for extra for one-on-one or whatever works.
Okay. I'll give you a date. I don't, because it's Christmas.
Yeah.
But
Because if I do it on weekends, then my wife and kids will kill me.
Be careful on your SPY calls right now because you're heading into a pretty heavy block of sell right now. 679.27.
And how do you get those block indicators?
We'll go with that Sunday night.
Isn't that part of the Lux Argo?
Yeah.
There's Sunday night.
Yeah.
that's your
Again,
first
it's not.
take profit for the
Yep.
for the other
It's not
one.
full.
Yeah, it is hitting an order block.
Yep. It's not foolproof, but it's a great indicator, right? You want to clear those lines, and if you do candles, you'll see the lines match up.
I just got stopped out of my SPY.
Profit?
Oh yeah, about 45% profit.
Good job. Good job.
I got in way early though. I got in at about 670, 675. Right, I think right when it broke that bottom tweet, the red tweeter. from the
Yep.
Tuesday bottom.
Mhm.
Right when it broke up that red candle, I got in.
Good.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's your cue for a enter. But remember, you only make profit when it goes up. I'm gonna have to cut this short. I don't know if Tom will be, because I gotta go pick up my son.
Yeah, I think I'm good for today.
Yeah, I've got to
I'm
get
out.
on here in a
Yeah.
couple minutes, anyways.
So
Work call.
real quick, remember we only make money when we go up, okay? So we are now, let me just, the 5 minutes confirmed, but
Miss
the 10
Mary,
minutes
before you go
decided to
real quick,
change.
I didn't get any response for the Saturday class in the
Please,
email.
yeah, I will, Dre, I will send you that email by today. I will clarify everything before tomorrow, by Friday, that you guys have all the links, but your link will be sent today, I promise.
Okay, thank you very much.
You
Appreciate
are
it.
welcome. The Saturday class is for scalping. Whatever I'm doing right now, that's scalping. And also, I'll teach you guys, if we have time, I'll teach you guys swing. But that is strictly for scalping.
Right.
Your the 10-minute RSI needs to cross over, guys. It's bullish though. It's bullish. But if we cannot see that crossover, we're not going anywhere either. So 10 minutes, 5 minutes is good now. 10 minutes is not good. Your 15 minutes is looking pretty. So let's stay with the pretty girls here. And the 15, 10 is ugly. So let's stick with 15. So 15 is good, 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 good.
Pretty girl. What about the handsome guys?
What about the handsome guys? You're gonna have a hurdle on this level first before reaching that 680.38. There's gonna have a hurdle here. So remember, you only make profit. You only we only make profit if there's a strength on the candle. If it pulls back, your premium eats. I mean, your theta eats your premium.
Miss Mary,
Yes.
can you get a quick look on Apple for me? If there is a entry on Apple?
I cannot change that screen because it's not fair for others, but I could check. Hold on. I don't want to get a bad review and say, hey, Miss Mary keeps switching. I'm just kidding. Okay, your Apple, did you get a call?
I got it called, but I only need another entry, so I cash out. See, it's like on, it's already almost on the top of 50, right?
Well,
And the night starting to cross.
it really wants to get to that 272.47 all the way to 274, 273.62. Let me see.
I think I cash
Yeah,
out too early.
it's not fully confirmed yet, but it's getting there. It wants to get to 273 as a matter of fact, but you just have a hurdle at this current location, at this current level, because that was a support. That was a support during pre-morning market. That was a support, so it's going to be hard, but I think it's going to push higher. It's going to push higher. Let me see if it's confirmed. It's still bearish, so you have to be careful. Your take profit level, first of all, is that 273. It wants to climb to that 273, but there's a hurdle on that 271.445. There's a hurdle in there. That's your pre-morning support, which is pretty strong. But your really take profit is at 273. Surpasses 273.65.
So that's be another entry.
At least 273.75. I mean, just to fully confirm, using your 30 minutes, you gotta have to wait for that 30 minutes to finish, and then you could get to 275. Right now, it's not fully confirmed. It's still on the bearish territory. But he wants to go higher, though. He wants to go higher.
What when I check 2 hours, it's like bearish.
Well,
So,
the daily is bearish, yes. And you got to be careful because I have a bearish divergence in there on the daily and it break down. And so the only thing that's holding you off is your $269 has to remain. It has to stay above that. Fall below that, then it's going to be more further to the downside. So
Okay, thank you very much.
you are welcome. Yep. So you got a bearish divergent and it's really breaking down. You got a morning star in evening star, excuse me, evening star pattern. So it's really crucial to hold on. Watch your 50 MA on the daily. There you go. Remember, I told you guys right here, you're going to have a little bit of a hurdle, not much, just a little touch.
Hey, real quick, our two favorite stocks to swing, RKLX and QBTX, are coming back very nicely.
Anybody took a DCA on that?
Because if you did, good move.
Yeah, I hit pre-market low and I wrote it up right now for pre-market high.
Yeah, I just re-entry.
Was that Tom? You said you took pre-market low, so you're up $2, $2.20 right now. Nice.
Yes, sir.
How's the SPY looking, Miss Mary? How's the SPY looking?
400 shares too, 400 units.
That's your take profit, early take profit for SPY for the confirmed call that we said here. So we had a one call. This is your approaching to your second take profit. This is early just because we're trying to secure that profit just to make sure, because sometimes it doesn't reach your resistance. But right now it wants to touch our real resistance approaching. Remember, you only make money if it goes higher.
Hey, Miss Mary, what is the RKLX resistance? Like, where can we take profit?
Okay, let me just see. Did you guys DCA when I told you guys to DCA? I gave you guys a range of DCA.
Just breaking through the break.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Okay, that's your second take profit for SPY. Okay, that's your second take profit for SPY. To those people who did not take profit earlier, we need to be careful now because why? The 30 minutes is saying overbought, but where it wants to go, it really wants to go higher. All the way here to here. There's my blue line because I gotta leave. I gotta pick up my son from school. Mommy's duty. So it's bullish, guys. It's bullish. I hope each and every one of you guys, how many people are in here? If it's 300, you guys should have at least, even if you guys did not enter under aggressive entry, a confirmation was here. And this is your take profit level. So Julia would have taken the confirmation here. Julia, you should be out by now, or wait here. If you don't have the patience or sometimes you're nervous, you could do halfway before reaching the top just to guarantee. But your take profit level is in there. I don't know what else to say.
That was great. Nice, Mary.
Miss Mary, where can you put up the link for the Discord so you can get credit when I upgrade?
Oh, great. Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm going to put it in Discord. Please use my link. That's how I get credit. That's how I get credit from doing live, because this is, we have to do live for you guys so you guys could enjoy your Discord. And if you do find this helpful, join the VIP. Use my link. And the VIP is going to increase, okay? So
I think between yesterday and today, I just paid for the year.
Oh, good
With
job.
the upgrade. Yeah.
Oh, they have an option to pay for the year as well.
Yeah, the year is 1,000.
Yeah, use my
You
link.
save like $200.
Yeah.
You said the link's gonna be posted where?
I'll put it in the QBT. I'll put it on the Discord.
So if I cancel my monthly VIP and then just pay for a year.
A year is only 1,000.
Yeah, so I can use your link for that then, right?
Yes, and then you hold on to that, and then we'll discuss what's going on with the following year. But I think it's not as big of a jump if you I think you will be grandfather in. I gotta have to double check that, okay? But if you use that link that I'm going to provide you for 1 year, I get credit from that. That's how I survive doing live. So
Did you post it in the Discord yet?
I'm gonna have to ask the admin for my link because I don't know what's my link. They're the one who handles all that. Okay, I'm gonna go, guys, because my son kept calling me and calling me for the past 20 minutes. He said, "Mom, he needs to be picked up." So, I love you
Thank
guys.
How
I
old is your
hope
son?
you guys
Thank you,
make
Miss
money.
Mary.
You are
Thank you,
welcome.
Miss Mary. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss
Thank you,
Mary.
Tom.
Thank you, Miss Mary.
You
Have a
are.
great day.
You too.
When
Have a
is your
day.
next live, Miss Mary? When is your next live?
My next live will be next week now. I
Thank you, Miss
Tuesday
Mary.
morning.
Thank
Tuesday.
you, Miss Mary.
Okay.
Family is first.
Thank you, Miss Mary.
Everybody made money?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we did. Yes, I
Can
did.
we
Oh,
do
Yes.
this
Yes,
every?
thank you.
okay. Let me just do a real quick.
Can we change it to the daily?
Thank you.
Very good. So to those people who DCA on the QBTX, you guys should be either breaking even or soon should be taking profit. I don't want
QBTX
you
is
guys to
pumping.
lose any money here. Remember, when you guys are doing shares, it's always when you guys $1.50 is pretty a lot. $2, I'm just hoping for $2, but it did not give it to us. But it's RKLX is picking up.
Gonna. It's gonna.
QBTX.
It's pushing.
Okay, QBTX is still pushing. It's SPY is also pushing. Our resistance lies here.
RKLX is in a W pattern on the 5. That looks good.
Okay.
Miss
QBT.
Mary, can we do this more than 2 days?
I do this 3 days. I do 2 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah, afternoon is morning is the best.
Morning is the best. That's right. Power
Yeah,
hour is sometimes
yeah.
is no good. Yeah, I understand.
Some of
Sometimes it's
this
good to
people like
get it
last.
done early. Get it done early.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, okay. So your QBTX, just hold on to your QBTX. You guys know what's the take profit level for QBTX. This is your RKLX. Remember, if it doesn't reach that 36 and then you guys are nervous, please take profit when you guys in green, okay? But your take profit level is given up there, right here for RKLX. For QBTX, we would like to be at least, if you guys DCA this down on that 30, when Julia asked me, can I DCA this down? I said yes. Julia, you're being famous now. So, but if you DCA from that 31 to 30, if it reaches to that 34, you guys could exit out, okay? But the real resistance lies on that $36, $37. A full confirmation of that trade to move higher to get to that 42 is that $36, $37 for the W pattern. And remember, when it reaches that $42, there is a gap. Is that an echo for me? So, but the 42, there is a gap from 42 to 45. Okay? So I don't want to see in Discord that you guys are losing money. Miss Mary left me hanging. No, I did not. Okay, so make sure you guys know your take profit level. Same thing with SPY. Be careful now because we are approaching an overbought territory. Is there more room to the upside? Yes, your volume is picking up. It's okay. But keep in mind it's 10:44. What does that mean? Lunchtime. Okay? Lunchtime. So people take lunch. All right. Okay. Tom, thank you so much for always being here. I'm so happy that you hold on to your trade. I see you frustrated, but I know. I saw you. I saw you, but I'm glad that you hold on to it because I told you just follow me, right? I told you to follow me and you don't get scared, Tom. Don't worry. Uh, okay. Mhm. Okay. All right, guys. Tom, thank you so much for being with me and thank you and each and every one of you guys. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Have a good night.